Okay then, Callum, so looking here now, it's like 70 yards this shot, okay? You can see here now on this one here, there's a little bit more onto that left-hand side. If we sort of draw a line through your shoulder there, your weight's back just a little bit, okay? A bit kind of hanging back behind the golf ball, not going to quite get that kind of strike. And when you try to sort of take power off, because you were quite long in the swing on the way back, quite a bit of wrist hinge there, as you can see, for 70 yards, then kind of like sort of backing up the shot, wrist now flicking a bit through, quite a big swing for what was actually a 70-yard shot. This club now was going 120.
Yeah.
That's not a almost 50% length swing, is it? Okay, and then what you just done is try and just slow the swing down and just try and just quit on it. Then the knees start going, and it just, fats and thins and all sorts are going to come into that, okay? So a bit more on your left side there, okay? A little bit less wrist hinge. Your arm position going back hasn't really gone back that much shorter. You've taken the wrist out, you see, yeah? So now you're using the bigger muscles up here to kind of like turn and rotate to the golf ball and not let the golf club now overtake. So you're finishing more in kind of that position as you finish the shot there, controlling the face, controlling the speed, and in some ways hitting it, in some regards, as hard as you like, rather than trying to go. And if you stop the body in fear of going too far, your wrists take over. And that's the thing with the long game. Now that's what you want in the long game. Your body unwinds, it stops, and then that sort of release gets the speed the ball wants to go a long, long way. The last thing you want for 70 yards or less is a long, long way.
Yeah.
You want it to be kind of go, okay, now keep the club face and the butt end of the club moving towards target. Club face slows down. Okay, so we can control the speed a little bit more now with the torso. Turn your chest to this way and keep the hands kind of ahead of the golf club rather than having too much kind of wrist here and sort of a bit scoopy, flicky kind of. Yeah, if you want to play a real high lob shot, fine. Okay, but that's a different shot entirely. Normal kind of pitch shots off there, going to be difficult, okay? In terms of trajectory, we said, work on that. Pick a par 3, that one on that Lingfield's 14th, like 71 or whatever yards. Play a few shots there. Find maybe a few other ones you might take a fancy. Pebble Beach is another good one downhill. That 7th hole there. It's 90 yards off the front tees. Play some shots there and actually then get the reading of the screen of the 10 shots and look how consistent the trajectory, the ball, the spin, everything. Not just how far from the flag you are, because when there's no variance on the mat there, it's easier. You get out of there, you've got uphill, line, downhill, all these different variations you've got to then try and take into consideration. If you've got variance off here, plus I mean, you had a couple that were a bit sort of, one was about 59 yards going to 71, you ended up being short. At your level, you shouldn't really miss a green, should you really? So,
not gonna
well, exactly. That should be, you said your goal was inside 20 foot. I think 7 yards is a fair kind of, get inside 7 yards, and you did that. But again, there was some of the trajectories there, 18 foot high, 18 yards high and 12, so there's a bit of variation there in terms of that, okay? So, get that body control and the speed of the club more, okay? A little bit less wrists, bigger muscles, slow that club head down, but keep the acceleration going through. Okay, mate?
Sounds good.
Happy day, mate. Good stuff, well done, buddy.